Hey guys, welcome back to the New York Yankees franchise and MLB 23 The Show. We're on episode 8 and we're finally into the playoffs as we'll be taking on the Toronto Blue Jays in the AL wildcard round. That's 2 out of 3. All 3 games will be played in Yankee Stadium. We're the first wildcard team in. See the bracket we went over at the end of the last episode. But it's us versus Toronto and Boston at Cleveland on the other side of the AL. And the NL got Atlanta, Colorado, who snuck in there somehow, and Milwaukee, Philadelphia in the National League wildcard side. We're going to take a look at who the Blue Jays have on their roster. It's pretty much the same as in real life. They did make one trade move that I noticed. You'll see it as we scroll down here in a second. But they pretty much got everyone. George Springer really regressed. Only batted .227 with 17 home runs. But they got Taylor Ward, and who actually did pretty good for them. .272 with 25 bombs. He finished on the year, so that was a good trade acquisition for them. Everyone else, though, really the same. We're going to go with this rotation for the playoffs. Rodon's going to start us off because he had a sub-2 ERA and was 10-1 in 107 innings since coming back in the early July. Garrett Cole will be our number 2. He had a great season. Nestor Cortez led the league in ERA. If you stuck around for the end of the last episode, you saw he led the whole MLB in ERA. And then Sevy is our 4th starter. A sub-4 ERA from him. So he had a solid year. So did Domingo Germán. But Luis Severino's more of a veteran. He's been around, been in some playoff games. So make him the 4th starter. That doesn't really matter for this series because we need to get through it. So here we go. Wild card round starting up against the Toronto Blue Jays. First game at home as Rodon's going to take the bump for us. We already went over his stats, but you just see there how good he was. 107 innings, 107 Ks, 1.84 ERA. Brilliant. 10-1 record in 15 starts. 11 decisions in 15 starts. Pretty good. In the first, he's going to get Bo Bichette swinging. Easy 1-2-3 inning. Promising first inning for Carlos Rodon to start off the playoffs. We're going up against Kevin Gausman. He had a solid year. 14 losses, surprisingly, for a 3.35 ERA, especially on a playoff team. That is a little surprising. But Giancarlo Stanton, he's going to go down swinging in the first. So this has all the tools necessary and all the looks for a pitcher's duel. Bottom of the second, Oswald Peraza. He's going to dribble one up the middle for a base hit. Coming around to score and giving us the first run of the playoffs is Jeimer Candelario. Just beats the tag in the bottom of the third. We got second, third, 2 out for Candelario, but he's going to ground to first, right to Vladdy. That was the only rally we had early on. In the fourth, Rodon was cruising along. Inside slider to Vlad Guerrero Jr., and he hits this one deep to left. Bellinger's going back at the track. He's going to leap, but he's out of his leap. Looked like it hit the top of the wall and bounced over for a home run, and the Blue Jays tie up this game at 1 on really what was a good pitch, an inside slider from Carlos Rodon, but Vladdy just too good, gets his bat to it, barely sneaks it over the left field wall. It says it went 364. Didn't really look like it went that deep considering, it was right by the 318 sign, but that's fine. Candelario up in the bottom of the 6th, he's going to hit one deep in the left center field. That is going to hit the wall, the deepest part in the left center. Opposite way for Candelario as he's been having a good first game. Has that run scored. Now he has a double. Next batter, Cody Bellinger, our other trade deadline acquisition. And he hits one in the left center field. Not as deep, but it's going to roll all the way to the wall. Back-to-back doubles in the 6th. Give us a 2-1 lead. And it gives Carlos Rodon a little bit of cushion again, another 1-run cushion to work with. As we still in the 6th, Oswald Peraza still up, Bellinger still on second. Peraza goes deep into the gap. This should be out of the reach of the center fielder. It is. It's into the Yankee bullpen. A home run, a first career playoff home run for Oswald Peraza. RBI base hit, and now a 2-run shot into the opposite field. Pretty deep into that Yankee bullpen as well. Impressive from Oswald Peraza. We love that. Dugout's hype from our young, well, technically our third baseman, but hopefully he continues to stay hot in these playoffs. He might be a starter next year. He's only up because Rizzo got hurt and we had to move guys around. In the 7th, Aaron Judge, frozen rope to left field. That ball is gone. No doubt about that one. 109.5 miles an hour off the bat. That ball was freaking pissed on. That ball's gone in the left, increases our lead to, what is that, 5-1 now, I believe, in the bottom of the 7th. So very, very good piece of hitting from Aaron Judge. We're going to jump ahead to the 9th. It ends up being 6-1. Michael King on just to close it out. And it's Matt Chapman going to fly out to Bellinger as we get the Game 1 win, 6-1 victory. We're 1 win away from moving on to the ALDS to take on the Rays. Game 2, though, we jump into that right away. Garrett Cole on the mound. Very good year, 3.34 ERA, very solid. He made all his starts. Again, very durable. He never misses a start, this guy. You got to love him. And he gets a bad knack for maybe not showing up sometimes, giving up a lot of home runs, which is true, but still one of the Yankees' most consistent pitchers. Where would we be without him? Anyway, strikes out Bichette in the first, and you can see we're going up against Jose Berrios, who had an even better year, 3.13 ERA. Really great year. Matt Chapman up in the top of the third with a runner on second. That's going to be a base hit. No speed on the bases for Toronto. This is just going to be first and third. Next batter, Whit Merrifield. Grounds it to Peraza, who could have maybe came home, but he's going to trade the run for 2 outs. So, I'd like to see him get that run down. I guess the split-second decision made him think, let me just trade a run for 2 outs. Not a bad idea, but in the 4th, Alejandro Kirk hits an RBI base hit. We've already expressed how Isaiah Kiner-Falefa has no arm out there and left. That's a base hit. Bottom 4, we're finally rallying. First and third with 2 outs. Anthony Volpe takes a nice pitch, draws a walk. It's Peraza, RBI machine. The first game, strikes out, swinging. Hot, good placement and location. Velocity and placement on that fastball. In the 7th, Candelario can't make that diving play. It's going to be a lead-off single for George Springer. And I believe that would be it. Yep, that will be it for Garrett Cole. Aaron Boone's going to take the ball from him. He did not pitch bad in this one. He just didn't, we didn't hit, so really all he could have done was shut them down. He pitched as good as we could ask for. Offense was just not there for him. He leaves with a 2-0 deficit. Responsible for that runner on first, and he's going to end up giving up that run on first as Ron Marinaccio comes in and gives up a home run to Brandon Belt the other way. 393 feet into left field, into the Blue Jay bullpen. And the Blue Jays take a 4-0 lead. And that would be it. There's no highlights to show. Yeah, that would be it. It would end 4-0. We're going to Game 3. Win or go home for both teams in the wild card. The winner will move on to versus Tampa Bay. And we got none other than the ERA leader, sexy Nestor Cortez. Nasty Nestor. Look at the year he had. 15-7, 2.5 ERA. Threw 215 innings, 168 strikeouts in the first. Little bit of a jam, but he gets Guerrero Jr. to line out to the third baseman, Peraza. We're going up against Chris Bassett, who had a 4.24 ERA, but he made all his 32 starts as well. 4.24 is respectable in MLB The Show, and especially in the Sims. A lot of starters usually have 4 over like clockwork, and then you get some randoms in there that have good years. In the first week, it's Candelario to strike out swinging. Bad swing, but decent execution of a pitch. Nestor Cortez is just going to be dealing along here in the third. He gets Kevin Kiermaier to strike out. We finally have a rally all the way in the 5th inning. Bases loaded, 2 outs for Cody Bellinger, and he is going to hit one in the center field. Can of corn out there for Kevin Kiermaier. But that was our first rally of the whole game in the 5th against a guy with a 4.24 ERA. In the 6th, Nestor's in the jam. First and third, gets Bo Bichette swinging. Can he get out of the 6th? Giving up no runs. 3-2 to Vladdy. Is swung on, hit to Volpe, but he's right there to make the play. He'll throw on over to first and get Vladdy out. Gets out of a jam. 6 shutout. He's trying to do 7 shutout. He's got Espinal in, lines one in the center, but Cody Bellinger's right there. 7 shutout innings in a must-win game for Nestor Cortez. Very big. On the flip side, though, Chris Bassett. Look at him, 121 pitches. He gets Trevino to fly out relatively deep to center, but another can of corn for Kiermaier. He goes 7 shutout innings. Both pitchers would go 7 shutout in this must-win for their teams. Tommy Canley on now, and we're going to start getting blooped to death. Whit Merrifield bloops one in, hops over the wall in foul territory to ground rule double. Blue Jays dugout's height. First and third one out for Kiermaier, and he's going to rip one into right field. Aaron Judge is right there. He's got a good arm. He's going to come up throwing, and the throw is just not in time. The run gets in. Biggio gets in right before the tag. I thought we had him. We are down to our last 5 outs here to keep our season alive. Giancarlo Stanton's going to draw a nice walk to load the bases. It's Candelario, 1-2 count, and he is going to make a terrible defensive swing right to Bo Bichette. We're 4 outs away from being eliminated, but we got the bases loaded here. 2 outs. Willie Calhoun, one of our hottest hitters all year. What's he going to do? Line drive, base hit into right field. He stays hot. He's magical, this guy. And 2 runs are going to score. Just like that, 4 outs away from being eliminated. We've now taken the lead because of Willie Calhoun. This little man does it all for us, man. He's been magical this season. In the 9th, 3 outs away from moving on. Clay Holmes gets Vladimir Guerrero to swing. He did check it. Home plate umpire says 1 away. Matt Chapman up. Next batter, 1-2 count. Looking high slider. Don't think that's what he wanted to do, but it froze him. Taylor Ward, last batter, 1-2 count. He swings and misses. And Clay Holmes strikes out the side in the 9th to send the Yankees to the ALDS. And we will be taking on the Rays in the ALDS. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We'll be back in the next one to watch us play the Tampa Bay Rays in the ALDS. And we inch further to our goal of 28. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one. Thanks.